Hi viewers, I'm sitting with Sam Crignano, President, Cityzen Development. Sam is quite difficult to catch since he's so busy with other projects, but I'm glad that he spared time and he would discuss St. Lawrence Market with us. What we all see is basically a finished renderings once everything is ready to sell. But behind the scene, what sort of challenges, what sort of work involved, we're going to ask Sam today. And also, I personally would like to ask him, why 158 Front Street? Sam, how are you?
I'm good, Zia. Thank you for having me on your show.
Thank you very much. I know you are quite busy. When it comes to Distillery District, I always say to my clients, where you can find a walking score 100 out of 100, where you can find a district where you can feel so good to live somewhere. 9 to 5, you can spend, like, in financial district. You spend whole day. But I don't think so that might be the district where you can say, I'm going to live over there. So for that, you must come to Distillery District. Within 10 minutes walking distance, Sugar Beach, waterfront. It's one of the oldest districts. My clients or any purchasers see these elements which brings their confidence to come and invest or for their own living purpose. But when you guys go and tie up the land, being a developer, what you guys see?
Well, for me, this was a natural in that I'm very familiar with this neighborhood. As you know, I live in the neighborhood.
Exactly.
And I also work in the neighborhood. My offices are on the Esplanade. So we've been here for quite a number of years. What's interesting about the neighborhood is it's residential in its very fabric. There are plenty of parks. It's green. There are trees. We have the benefit of the St. Lawrence Market at our doorstep, and the amenities that it has are boundless. You can walk to the waterfront.
Yes.
You can walk to a series of parks. There's St. James Park. There's the new Birdsea Park that's just being finalized now.
Yes.
The new West Donlands Park to the east. And then along the waterfront, you have the Martin Goodman Trail. You have Sherburne Park. You have Sugar Beach.
Yes.
And these are all within walking distance. And what's important, I think, to most is you want to live in a neighborhood, obviously, where these amenities are close, nearby, but also a neighborhood where it's close to your work.
Yes.
And obviously, we're on the back door of the financial district, so you can walk to work.
Exactly.
And which makes it very convenient. So, a lot of developments, they promote the idea that they're on a subway or on a major transit corridor or a highway in order for people to get to work. We don't have to promote that because you can walk to work. You don't need your car. You don't need public transit. So the benefits are amazing. What's also important is the fact that this is Old Toronto. This is where it all began. This is the old city.
Exactly.
And we're surrounded by some amazing neighborhoods. I mentioned the waterfront, but to the east, you mentioned Distillery. We're in St. Lawrence Market. North of us, we have the benefit of the Ryerson campus. And immediately west of us is the financial district. So it's such a unique neighborhood. And for years, it was overlooked by developers for a number of reasons. Primarily, it's the heritage neighborhood. And it's very difficult to get anything approved in this neighborhood. And for the longest time, height was a big issue. It still is. I'm not suggesting to you that it's any different. But the city is more receptive to the type of development that we finally have approval for. And that process was a long process, as you know. The approval process took almost 3 years, working closely with the city and local stakeholders, neighbors. And it was a complicated approval. It ended up at the Ontario Municipal Board, but thankfully it was approved, and I think we have a great piece of architecture in probably the best neighborhood in the city.
I know when it comes to Cityzen and Fernbrook, architecture always arises as a very unique architecture. If you can see previous projects, great. It stands alone by itself, and then one can tell, wow, that wow factor is there. And even the architecture which you guys brought here for this particular project, I don't think so there is any other particular structure so far in this area which can compete with this kind of architecture. So, and in order to bring top-notch architecture, in order to bring or say built unique structure, that means a lot of money, and that would definitely comes out of developer pocket. So you guys are so generous from that perspective, right, that give away back to neighborhood. It is the same mentality among all the partners, or it is something that you guys want to give back to the city as well?
Well, we're obviously concerned about the neighborhoods that we build in, especially this one. Not only am I building in this neighborhood, but I live here, I work here.
Yes.
So it's important that the relationship we have with our neighbors is a good one. And most important is also the relationship we have with the city.
Yes.
We're here for the long run. We're not a one development company. We plan on developing for years to come, and we love this city. We love working in this city, and obviously the relationships that we have with the city officials are important to us as well. We take a lot of pride in what we do. We think we think outside the box more often than not. And when it came to this particular site, I didn't want to take any chances with an architect I've never worked with before, or an architect that I didn't think was up to the task. And it was, as far as I was concerned, it was one decision, and that was to hire Peter Kloos from Architects Alliance. As you know, Peter has worked with us in the past, and he's done some amazing work. The most recent example is Pier 27, where he took a very complicated zoning bylaw and worked with that bylaw to create that Pier 27 that exists there today, that amazing piece of architecture. So I didn't want to take any chances working with someone that didn't have that type of experience or creativity. And as you also know, I give my architects a lot of leeway in terms of creativity.
Yes.
I don't like to tie their hands behind their backs. We think design is a key component. Once you've got a great neighborhood, then obviously how do you complement it other than having a great design?
No, I can tell you guys have a lot of confidence. The partners have a lot of confidence in this particular area of downtown, where with 10 minutes walking distance, I can see your London on Esplanade project, Pier 1, 2, 3, L Tower, Backstage, now St. Lawrence Market. Definitely, you guys are on the right direction. I'm on the right direction as well by following your footstep. I only sell products which I believe in. I don't pick projects which I am not confident about, because I want to be and I want to exist in this market among my clients, and I want to provide them best service and best product. But once again, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Zia.
And looking forward to discuss all other projects which would be in pipeline for next year or maybe end of this year. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Viewers, as you listen, Sam did discuss about his confidence, about his experience. When these partners go and tie up these lands, there's a lot of things behind it. There's a lot of thoughts, mind, experience in order to tie up. And it would be always an opportunity under the flagship of Fernbrook and Cityzen. When it comes to their projects, always consider them. I doubt if you guys go wrong. We'll go on a quick break. Stay with us.